Hey everybody, it's Bravo, and today we're going to be going through how to make a Holo type pluck. I'll show you the sound right now. I remade one of his songs, We Rise, and this is the pluck I got. Okay, so that's the sound we're going to be making. If you want the download, I made the sound in Sylenth. I'll leave the preset in a download link in the description. Um, so you can go download that now, or you can stick around and I can show you how I made that sound. Okay, so we're going to open up, in this instance, the Sylenth here, and we're going to set it to init preset. We're going to start off in our first oscillator. We're going to use a pulse wave or a square wave. We're going to give it two voices. We're going to take off retrigger, and we're going to pitch it one octave up, leave the volume at the max setting. Phase, we're going to leave that there as well. Turn the detune up to, I'd say, it's like 33% or something like that, around 3. Keep stereo full and keep pan where it is. Now we're going to go right over to the second oscillator. We're going to make this one a tri-saw wave. So this crazy shape right here. We're going to also give it two voices and turn off retriggering and pitch it an octave up. So both of these are pitched an octave up, which means you don't technically have to do that. You could just go higher on your MIDI keyboard and play it, but because I want to play it without going an octave up, I just pitch both oscillators an octave up. For this one, you're going to want the volume to be around it's about 7. Yeah, and then we're going to turn the phase up to, let's see, what is that? Around 120. All this stuff can be kind of fiddled with, like it doesn't have to be exact. Detune, we're going to turn this one almost to about 50%, and we're going to turn stereo down to about 50% too. So here's the sound that we have right now. Oh, let me turn off. I have some reverb on it. Let me turn that off. Also, we're just going to be using just part A, so you can turn mix B down. Alright, now we'll go to the amp envelope. Because it's a pluck, we're going to turn the sustain all the way down, and then we're going to bring the decay up. Okay, that's about right. Okay, now we're pretty much done with the main source of the sound. We're going to go to the filter, and first we're going to make it AB. Or actually, I'm sorry, leave it at just A. And we're just going to give it a low pass. And we're going to turn the drive up to about 3. So we got, now you can hear it's filtered off. And we are going to now put an envelope. This is where we use cutoff AB. I technically don't think it matters. It could just be cutoff A because we're not using mix B, but I just do them both because you'll see in the preset pack that I put in the description there will be mix B that will give it more of an 8-bit sound if that's what you're going for. So that's why we use cutoff AB on this part. So for the cutoff, we're just going to bring the decay up a little bit to give it a pluck. Oh, let's turn up the amount of the cutoff. Okay, now you get that really sharp sound. And the last thing we're really going to do with the sound is we're going to do a pitch envelope, a modulating envelope, and we're gonna barely move that up, and you get that sharp click. And you can mess around with the amount of the decay on the pitch envelope. You can get some cool results. If you want more of like an electric-y punch, you can turn up that decay a little bit more. But for the purpose of this sound, we're just going to give it a little, just a little bit of decay. One additional thing I did, the only processing I did inside of Sylenth, is I threw on some delay, and I turned the delay time to 1/64, and I turned the feedback all the way down, which means that it will essentially just hit once. And all it does, I'll turn it all the way up so you can hear it, kind of over dramatic, but it gives it that kind of, it's very minimal. So I threw that on there just to give it a little bit of tail, this really small tail. And that's really all I did for the sound. We can listen to it now. This is dry without reverb. And I just have a simple reverb set up on my sends, but you can use any reverb essentially. So if you throw that on there, it'll sound like. So it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar to the Holo Pluck. And I think a cool little tip is how you write in your MIDI notes, doing 2 small notes prior to the hit on the one beat. You'll hear it kind of roll, which I think is a cool feature to add. So the download link will be in the description. Let me show you the actual patch, the final patch. Is the one I really got to tweak a lot. And I'll show you what I did with the AB. I put a little 8-bit. If you want to make it a little more 8-bit, you have that option. So alright, so that's essentially it. If you want to give it more of a, it gets a little more, yeah, 8-bitty is really all I can say. It's kind of squeaky, but I'll have the link set up in the description. If we get this video to about 100 likes, I will release the project file for Re-Rise, which I remade. It's not exactly identical, but I think I got pretty close with the whole thing. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this. If you want me to remake any other sounds or remake any like full songs, just leave a comment and I'll try to get around to that. Thank you.